Breadwinners. Good evening everyone. What's up? I just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. This is Mr. Hotta speaking. Previously, oh yeah, just yesterday, I did a sequel to my Breadwinners rant from February 9th. I looked up the date just yesterday. Well, my friend, since I don't make many videos, I thought, why not make a third rant on Breadwinners? After all, I did not review the few episodes that I watched, although I have not watched all of them. I watched a few of them when I was able to and took quality notes with ample evidence on them. I happen to actually know what's going on in this scenario or case. Now, where on earth do I begin, shall we? Oh yeah, bread losers. I promised to do a third rant, so I will. Buddy, my friend, which episode to begin with? Now let's see. I know, I'll begin with the first one. Which is the first one? Oh yeah, Thug Loaf. That was the first one. Hang on. Well, put it that way. I gave it a chance and I don't know why. Oh well. I'm sorry. Alright, Thug Loaf. Well, here's how the show begins. The two bread losers are delivering bread to all those other ducks that all they do is quack. These ducks look ugly. Those ducks can't even talk. If it took a good while for that fat one to say never, never give up. Well, they're in this ghetto part and they have to deliver a ton of bread and get out. And they gotta escape with the rocket van. But then, I vaguely remember this episode. I'm sorry. Then they escape and then they win. They defeat those ghetto ducks with motorcycles with a booty kick. Seriously? A booty kick? What on earth is a booty kick? I'm sorry. Butts do not defeat enemies like that. They can't. A fart won't defeat an enemy. And certainly a butt slapping something will not defeat an enemy. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't work that way. Learn already. These characters are a copy of regular shows Mordecai and Rigby. Same with Sanjay and Craig, but at least Sanjay and Craig's better than this show. Alright, moving on. The second episode was about this bread guy. Oh yeah, this show copied SpongeBob's Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2. We'll get to that later. In that episode, there's this golden toaster, and then a man comes from nowhere. It's like the conch shell from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy when SpongeBob summons them blowing in it. Well, they summon the bread guy, whoever that guy is, and he comes. But then, just like in SpongeBob, episode 40, season 1, they are very abusive. For no reason at all. That was one of the lamest reasons why he would be abusive. I'm surprised someone hasn't punished them already. Here's an example of what they actually say. Well, oh my goodness, ay caramba. Alright, but Deuce actually has the nerve to ask this question. Do you poop? Well, obviously, everyone does. Obviously, who actually doesn't poop? Why did you even dare to ask that? Don't ask dumb questions. Oh my goodness, you childish numbskull. And then Swayze asks, do your tights itch? Why did you summon the bread maker just to ask that unnecessary question? That was not an emergency. Why would you even ask that? Maybe these writers are slacking a bit. Do you poop? What kind of question is that? That is extremely inappropriate. Oh my, who would ask that? What if I was to ask my friend, do you poop? They would say, no, obviously. That's a bodily function. You don't question a bodily function like that. Because you have to do it to live, or your human body will shut down if it doesn't. So basically in that episode, the bread maker warns them not to bug him again for something unnecessary like that, or he will not help them in a real emergency. Just like when the boy cried wolf, except it wasn't like that because he actually helped them after they begged him. But that was a real emergency, so oh well. Let's move on to the third episode I was going to talk about. Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, Employee of the Month. Another ripoff of SpongeBob from Season 1. How sad. You know what? That's sad. That's just sad. That's so sad. Employee of the Month. Badooz does a booty kick, and then Sway Sway announces that there will be an Employee of the Month. What? How is there an Employee of the Month? There's only 2 employees. And he's not even a boss. How can he say he's not Mr. Krabs? He can't tell people if they're the Employee of the Month. At least in SpongeBob, there was either SpongeBob or Squidward. Sway Sway is not the boss of anyone. He cannot tell them if they're the Employee of the Month. So that makes it that Badooz has to be an Employee of the Month. And he's not even a good employee to anyone's words. Well, he's so excited for it, and then guess who wins? No, really, guess. It's not even... Never mind. The Rocket Van wins. What? That's not an employee. That's a vehicle. That's not a person. It's your vehicle that you have to rely on to deliver bread. Anyway, Badooz is ticked off and throws a whiny little temper tantrum.